everyone and welcome to this demonstration. Today I'm going to demonstrate to you the LITS estimation module that is built upon the project management in accounting. The purpose of this module is to streamline the estimation process that is frequently used within the holdings and real estate industries, which allows the users to create estimations for their quotations, which is sent to the customers, and even make bill of quantities and convert their estimations into real projects. The integration is also seamless with the CRM, where the sales and marketing team feeds information within CRM and that is translated into the estimation module within project management. So the LITS estimation module is available within the project management and accounting. So here you can see under projects, we have a section called customer estimation where the users can actually create customer estimations, make BOQ schedules, schedule resources, manage resource activities, and manage activity timeline summary. There is custom setup available for the estimation. As you can see here, under customer estimation setup, we have custom setup that relates to WBS activities, estimation category, product range, scope of work, cost sheet, cost elements. So all of these options are basically there to make the estimation easier and more efficient and productive for the fabrication and prefabrication businesses. So most of these users directly use the project management and accounting, and hence the estimation module is an enhancement directly on top of that. So first we are going to go to the customer estimation. Here we are going to actually make a customer estimation. As you can see, this grid opens up, which is maintains all your histories that is available, making a customer estimation. Now I'm going to create one estimation. So the estimation form will pop up, and here we are going to define the estimator. Going to add the building type, add the date. I'm going to choose a customer account. So you can choose between both the prospect and a customer, and you can convert your prospect into a customer as well. I'm going to choose already set customer. The client reference name, project name. I'm going to choose the site ID. Choose the currency and we'll click OK. So here mainly the new estimation pops up. I'm going to click on the estimation ID. So you can see the estimation ID is there. I'm going to click edit. I'm going to add more information. I'm going to choose the quote validity. In this subject, I'm going to choose a contact person. Delivery. I'm going to feed in all the information that is required. So the users would basically be feeding in this information as per their estimation project needs. I'm just going to add some data here. So basically all of this would be filled in by the estimation team that is actually managing this at the site. Going to choose a salesperson. So here you can see the fields that relates to the CRM team, where the sales side and the way that the lead was generated, all that information can be integrated within CRM as well. The prefabrication, submission date. Okay, so this is our basic requirement. So as per the project requirement, you can select the craneage site, craneage yard, foundation pad. So these are all relating to the activities that relates to prefab. Here I'm going to add the info. So these are basically required in case you are making an estimation. So I'm going to add a justification here. Plan background. GD developer, I'm going to mention the scope. So the estimation team would basically feed in all this information based on their project scope and the tasks that they are currently taking on. Correct? So here I'm going to create an estimation line here, which is going to be required. I'm going to add the drawing, which is basically the schema. User type. You select the number of buildings here. I'm going to click save. So it's going to give a message that the estimation line needs to be recalculated. So first we need to create estimation lines where we get the information. So I'm going to click on estimation lines here. This will take me to this form where this is basically where the estimation actually takes place. We define each line item. We're going to provide the justification here. I'm going to pick an item that has already been configured. So the users would basically configure all the items that they require for estimation for the project. So all these setups are available for the users to do. I picked an item. I'm going to add remarks for prefab. I'm going to pick the quantity. So we have designed a custom formula as well. So if you're adding information from the Excel, you can define your own custom formula in the expression formula here. Based on our custom designed Excel template, those values will be directly taken into the estimation line. So you don't have to enter estimations manually. Rather, you can do it directly from the Excel sheet as well. We'll define a quantity here. As you can see, the values are being defaulted directly on this item. So the rates of production are basically being managed directly on the item master. I'm going to choose the cost element here. So these cost elements and cost components are basically defined in the setup. This is in-house project, so I'm going to mention that. I'm going to mention the dimensions of the house that is going to be constructed. I'm just going to add some values here. So here I can define the system actually calculates the total square meter of the area that is being constructed. I'm going to use the labor on site. The labor on site basically reflects the installation cost that is basically incurred during the estimation process, where the cost, if you can see on the item level, where it says the production, the rate, and hours. So this is basically the actual cost that uh, that takes to make the item. So this is basically the manufacturing cost on the item level, and the one on the estimation header is the installation cost. So I'm going to add two labels here. Total site index, make it 10, height is 10. So once I've filled in all of this information, I'm going to click save. I'm going to go back to my original form. Here I'm going to click on calculate. So as soon as I click on calculate, this line is basically populated and we get our building price and our cost price and our sell price. Sell price is directly taken from our cost. But here we can, if we scroll down, we can actually add the markup here. So I'm going to add a markup. I'm going to pick the item, same item that we picked. I'm going to say 35% is our markup here. I'm going to click on apply. So it adds here in the markup details. Then if we have any discount, we can add a discount here. And if we have any charges, we can add the charges here as well. So right now I'm just going to add basic charges here. Percentage I'm going to add 2% charges. So I'm going to go back here. Now this is the estimation summary. So once we have designed the estimation lines, feed in the values of the items, and we have generated the estimation lines, here we can actually calculate, and the system is going to perform the estimation for us. As you can see, system has performed the estimation and it has calculated the cost. And now we can see the selling price has been updated. Now the selling price is updated based on our markup percentage. So now our estimation process has been completed. We can add the information and we can either go for the pro forma or we can go for the pro forma quotation here. And we can actually submit this to a workflow to basically initiate the approval process. So we can actually send, click on the dots here. You can see the quotation status here. And then we can submit this to a workflow. First, we are going to send a pro forma of quotation. Then we are going to submit this for the workflow. So as soon as I click on submit, our workflow will be initiated for the submission of quotation. So once we click refresh, it's going to update here. Going to check on the workflow. See, the workflow has been initiated. So once the workflow is completed, we can actually go and proceed with the approval process. We'll click workflow. We're going to approve our workflow here. So once the workflow is approved, then we can proceed with our actions here. So right now the workflow has been completed and you can see the pro forma quotations and the pro forma bill of quantities is actually now become quotation and bill of quantities as the workflow has been internally approved. We can proceed with the step of sending out the quotation to the customer and having them confirmed. So once we submit this to client, we're going to click on submit to client. So basically our step has been performed where we have submitted our estimation to the client and we are waiting for the reply. So once the reply has been confirmed, we can go on to either select won or lost. So in the case of our quotation being rejected, it would be the case of lost, and in the case of won, we can actually go and proceed. So now our estimation has been won. We have actually successfully got the bid in the project for this estimation. So now I'm going to convert this estimation into a full-blown project. So we can directly click on the convert to project button here. I'm going to select the customer PO number as PO. Select the date. Select the project start date as well. I'm going to end date. I'm going to pick the customer project account. I'm going to click the project group. The fixed price. I'm going to click OK. Now the step has been completed and we can see a new project has been created based on our estimations. So if we go on to the project module here, go to all projects, we will see a new project created based on the information that we have entered through the estimation. So now we can see a new project 261 has been created with the name of house, prefab and glazing. So this is how estimation makes it easy to integrate the project accounting and module with the estimation that is available. So the users can easily create estimations, submit it, go through a workflow, receive the quotation, and finally decide if the estimation has been won. And if this estimation has been won successfully, then we can proceed with converting it into a full-blown project and continue our activities over there. Thank you all. That's all for today.